Welcome to Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium. Tonight, the Jasper Wildcats are at home to start sectional action in Sectional 24, and their foe is Owen Valley. The Owen Valley Patriots come into this football game 7-2 against the Jasper Wildcats, who are 8-1. Hello, everybody. I'm Craig Schneider, along with Mike Blessinger and Jeremy Marcos on the video. And, of course, the Jasper Wildcats champions of the Big 8 Conference as they accomplished that goal last week, defeating Mount Vernon 27-7 in a football game that eventually they kind of got under control. They led 7-0 at halftime and wound up winning that football game 27-7 as the second half kind of took control of things. And Bless, as we come into this football game, we take on an Owen Valley team who other than Northview, who has defeated them 2 times tonight or this season. They actually lost to Northview on September 8th, 34-0, and then played them again last week and lost that game 28-14. But outside of that, it's a football team that's shown some pretty good numbers this year. They only give up defensively about 16 points a game. So, it's a defense, and I think they've got some pretty good size that the Wildcats are going to have to face tonight.
Yeah, I think it's what's always interesting when we go into the tournament. It's teams that we're not familiar with. We don't see every year for sure, and that's certainly the case here tonight. Big front line, aggressive linebackers. I think a solid pursuing defense. It's going to really be a game, I think, of attrition, at least in the beginning, until we see how the flow goes and really how physically the two teams match up. It's going to be certainly a challenge because I think Owen Valley comes in with confidence. The only team they've lost to or really been, their common opponent was Vincennes that we had with them.
Right.
But, Owen Valley is lost to Northview, which is a very highly ranked team. So, they're coming here. It's going to be a good challenge for us. We've got to do what we do, though. And we've spent a lot of time this year trying to figure out exactly what we are as a team. A lot of injuries, still a lot of gaps trying to be filled with guys that have been injured or aren't available to play. And, we have to get it figured out real quick here against Owen Valley. But I think one thing that's positive is last week against Mount Vernon, the first half, we gave up, bend, don't break kind of defensive plays, did what we needed to do on defense to really hold them to a shutout for all practical purposes and move the ball pretty decent. A couple of turnovers hurt us. Otherwise, maybe we score on that first drive. So I think we come in with some decent confidence. I think we threw the ball a lot last week as a test or trying to get as much experience in throwing that ball on certain plays and certain patterns. And, I think this week we'll probably flip it a little bit. I think we're going to try and take it at them, just be physical and see just how physical they are compared to us. And then we can work in some of our short passing game and the other things that have to take place. So.
Yeah, you were talking about as far as the Wildcat offense last week. We had 116 yards passing and 134 yards rushing for a total of 250 yards in that football game. And Justin Pearson was 11 of 25 in the air. He did throw 1 interception, but he also threw a touchdown pass. He threw that to Samuel DeWitt, the sophomore connection in that play. That was in the fourth quarter with 9:20 to go. But, Tate in that football game, let's see here. He was, I think he had only about 13, 14 carries. He was 13 of carries for 54 yards in that. But, I think it's just going to be one of those cases where if we control the line of scrimmage, because we are facing a pretty solid and good-sized front line when you look at their defensive starters. And I think a lot of their defensive guys on the line go both ways, with Bo Elliott playing a defensive tackle, and also he's their starting center, but he's 265. They've got a 280, 225, and 250 up front. And like I said, a lot of those guys go both ways for this football team. So I just think our offensive line's really going to have to kind of establish themselves early on in this football game.
Yeah, and that's a real challenge because we haven't had hardly the same offensive line in same two halves all year with injuries and other things, trying new people out. So we're missing at least 3 guys that have started on the maybe 4 guys that have started on the offensive line aren't available tonight.
Right.
So, it's got to be next guy up, and everybody's got their job to do. And, hopefully we find a way to overcome that challenge. And I certainly know that the seniors on this team want to win this game, want to advance deep, and they know right now it's time to make that happen. So we'll see how it goes here.
Yeah, the three you're talking about are Hayden McCune, who's out with a knee injury. Rock Ebelair is out, and also Victor Alleman's not going to be available to play tonight. So, some of these guys like Hunter McCune and others that are going to be on that offensive line are really going to have to come through for the Wildcats offensively as the Wildcats kick off there. And as we've seen all year, Kruger puts it right into the end zone. So this is where this Northview team will start, 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. And they are led by a sophomore quarterback as well. That's Daniel Burkett, who is 77 of 131 for 925 yards passing. He's thrown 6 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. But bless, he's also a dual threat as he's one of their leading rushers with 789 yards on the ground and 10 touchdowns. And he's had 4 games over 100 yards rushing.
Yeah, he's really a threat, a good athlete, and that's a nice play there. One thing that's going to be our key are our defensive lines, and there's a big play by Carson Englert from defensive end. We have to contain them, and then we got to be aggressive. And I know we've got Cal Kruger that's basically going to be shadowing Burkhart. He's going wherever he goes, and then our defensive line also needs to get penetration and aggression up front is going to be a key. It puts a little pressure on our defensive backs because we'll be seeing mostly man coverage here, but certainly going to be attacking, I believe.
So a 2-yard loss on that play, 2nd and 12. They throw the football, and he gets it out there. One of his favorite receivers is Lane Trimble. He is the leading receiver on this football team. Last week he had 5 catches for 57 yards and a touchdown, but on the season he's caught 30 passes for 387 yards and 2 scores. So right there, they were able to pick up about 10 and set up a 3rd and 2 from the 28-yard line, 29-yard line, I believe.
Real good example of what this young quarterback's capable of doing, getting on the move a little bit and still putting a good pass and
Good job right there by Gossett to come up from his spot and knock him. That's number 32, Dylan Townsend, who's carried the ball 182 times coming into this game with 1,108 yards and 13 touchdowns. So a good job by Gossett to knock him back behind the line of scrimmage and loses a yard.
Defensive line got a little bit of a surge, and Hunter did his job, played containment, put a good hit on him, and we cleaned it up. That's a perfect play because I think they thought they'd be able to, just charge forward and get those couple yards.
So the speed and quickness of the Wildcat defensive line and linebackers come through big on that.
One thing I think we definitely have an advantage in, I'm sorry to cut you off there,
That's all right.
but is our kicking game. That punt was not a good one, and they generally go for 2 if they score. So I think they've made 1 extra point kick all year. Otherwise, they go for 2. And certainly we have a very, very strong kicking game. So let's see if the Cats can turn this field around here and make something happen here as we start out on offense, and did a good job on defense with a 3 and out.
So the Wildcats will start 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wildcats in the spread to start things out with 3 wide receivers, and right here Justin Pearson's going to run a sweep to the right side, and he looks like he's got an opening. I don't think the defense was quite set for that play, so a good call by Coach Jeff Mock.
Actually, that's a good call early in the week, because what the Jasper offense has said is if they set up in a certain formation, the automatic call is to a quarterback sweep to go to the corner, and obviously that was what happened there. I don't think that was the scripted play, but called out of it. Good job seeing it, reading it, and getting a good 7-yard, 6-yard gain there.
Puts the Wildcats at the 45-yard line, 7-yard pickup, 2nd and 3. Under center this time, and quick pass out there, and that's Winhold who gets across midfield, so he's got plenty for the first down and much more as he gets down to the 41-yard line. So a nice pickup of 14 on that pass play. So the Wildcats taking advantage of some openings on the outside there, Bless.
Yeah, they played off a little bit, and really what was nice, it was a well-delivered pass. Justin set up, threw it, put him right in the numbers, and gave Blanco there, as they call him, a little time to run, and picked up a nice 14-yard 2nd down play. Really a nice play there.
I think Owen Valley's without with one of their cornerbacks tonight, Caden Woodall, who's a senior. And there's Teal taking a pass right there at the 30-yard line, so a nice pickup there as he hits him on the quick slant pattern.
Beautiful pass. He put it right where he needed to. He knew where Grant was going to be, let him make the play, and just a nice offensive play there.
So a pick up a 14 on that first down play. So that sets up the Wildcats nicely here at the 27-yard line. These two teams have played each other 3 times, all coming in sectional play, and the Wildcats have won all 3. So the Wildcats obviously looking to make it 4-0 against the Patriots.
Setting up in the full backfield here with Kruger, Blessinger, and Teal.
Setting up a halfback pass. That's Teal looking downfield. He does let it go. Coming back as the receiver, and that's Gossett who catches it in the back part of the end zone. So a nice throw, nice hook up there. And Jasper early on just marches right down the field, and a 27-yard pass play on a halfback pass gives the Wildcats a 6-0 lead, Bless.
That was a beautiful play. Really, I'm sure as you watch film, I certainly expected Grant just to take the sweep, and for him to throw it that well, I shouldn't say I'm surprised, because nothing surprised me Grant Teal does. But beautiful pass, nice call, and well executed, and great catch by Hunter Gossett. Good start for the Cats. Great start. That's exactly what we wanted.
So with 9:01 on the clock, the Wildcats just in the sight of 3 minutes had a 3-and-out and just march right downfield and take an early 7-0 lead after the extra point there. So great start for the Jasper Wildcats, and we'll take a break in the action. Jasper 7, Owen Valley nothing. You're watching the Wildcats here on 18 WJTS.
Food, the yummy frontier. These are the voyages of Sonny's at Circle A Food Mart. Its continuing mission to explore interesting new food, to seek out new tastes and new flavor profiles, to boldly go where no gas station food has gone before.
Sonny's grilled chicken subs, made with fresh, not frozen chicken tenders. Comes in grilled chicken cordon, grilled chicken bacon ranch, and Southwest grilled chicken. Sonny's food, out of this world.
Imagine 40
At the kickoff, and Bless, if you want to set up a halfback pass, I don't think it could be better executed than that did.
No, that's right, because anytime anybody's seen that formation, we're running sweeps or off the edge or giving it to Tate on a quick hitter. So I'm sure the last thing he expected was a pass, but they still actually had him fairly well covered. Hunter got out there deep, was decently covered, but Grant just put it in a good spot, and Hunter made a nice play on it. It's a good. I'm really encouraged. Also, the one running play we had was I think it was a call at the line to do the sweep, and just delivered a couple of really nice passes from Justin to his receivers, and nothing too difficult, but we looked real good delivering them, and good solid first drive for the Cats.
Yeah, so on that drive, it was a 7-yard run, 14-yard pass play a couple times, and then finally paid off with the 27-yard touchdown pass from Grant Teal going to Hunter Gossett. Burkett's looking to throw out here on the outside, and good job by Teal to break on the receiver as he was trying to set up right there on the sidelines, but the pass was high, so it goes incomplete. 2nd and 10, ball at the 20-yard line after the touchback on Kruger. And I kind of know we talked through the kickoff there, but we're just kind of taking it for granted he's going to put it in the end zone, but Kruger's just been outstanding all year.
Yeah, it takes an aspect of another team's best athlete probably getting the ball out of the game. And that play, really nice job of containment and really good coverage. They really had to throw it up and out. Good job at all levels.
Okay, actually the quarterback, Burkett, keeps it to the left side as he runs the read option, but tries to sweep outside. Good pickup there by the defense as Gossett was out there, and not sure if he made the stop, but he was at least contained over in that spot to keep him.
Yeah, Gossett
much
and Wagner
yeah,
came up, made a good physical play on him, which is always good. We want to be physical early on. One thing that you got to do is set a tone with physicality, and generally Jasper's able to do that, outdo that with another team.
Yeah, I think it's a great combination of physicality as well as quickness that we have pretty well top to bottom on this defense, and it's displayed right there as Carson Englert again with a big play and knocks him back for a loss as he sacks the quarterback, and that will push them way back for a 4th and way long situation, as that ball actually is going back to about the 16-yard line, so sets up a 4th and 14. But going back to Kruger's kickoff there, Bless, I mean, you think about it, the other thing is that the defense for the most part knows where they're going to start things off, so I think that gives them a good mindset going into it.
Absolutely, and you know, there's enough film and things that go on that allow you to prepare properly for what's going to happen whenever you're in a 20-yard line. It can change a little bit. No, that's a nice kick.
Teal's going to field it, though, off the bounce, and he's got it at the 36-yard line, but good coverage there by the Owen Valley Patriots to bring him down, including number 21, Caleb Summerlot, on the play. But the Wildcats, again, with really good field position to start things off here.
Yeah, it was a much better punt. It was sort of a line drive, but just much longer. Grant did a good job of fielding it and not letting it roll too far. Of course, it bounced up and not much opportunity for a return there, but let's see what the Cats can do here on their second series.
So the ball at the 38-yard line, 1st and 10, 8:03 on the clock. So in just inside of 4 minutes, the Wildcats have a score and 2 nice defensive stops with 3 and outs.
I mentioned earlier that, you know, the defensive line play, especially the ends, would be big, and Carson's come up with 2 big plays.
So Tate Blessinger gets his first carry and trying to get to the outside there as he is met by the linebacker. That's Dylan Townsend, who also plays running back. We talked about his 1,100 yards rushing, but one of the leading tacklers on this football team. Makes the stop, but Bless picks up about 3 or 4 on that play.
3 on the play. 2nd down and 7 at the 41.
Decent start to the, I mean, not great yardage here on 1st down, but certainly positive.
Ball at the 41-yard line, 2nd and 7. Pearson now behind, or in the shotgun. Throws it out to Teal just a little bit behind him as they were setting up the bubble screen there.
Yeah, that play was there too. Just a little behind him, either a little late or not quite delivered. I don't know if the defensive lineman got in the way, but good news is I think the play was there, just didn't quite connect.
Yeah, talk about the offensive line as far as some of the changes up here. I mean, Hope's still in a center spot, but Leo, it looks like he's starting in the left guard. Yeah. Hunter McCune at a right tackle spot. Number 65 is Brandon Yoakum. And then, of course, Jack Heichelbeck out there as well. Pass out in the flat is to Winholtz, so a second connection with number 82 tonight. Sets the Wildcats up. They're going to be short of the 1st down, as I'm going to say about 2 yards short, as they're going to spot it right here at the 46-yard line. It looks like the Wildcats punt team's going to come out.
4th and 2 for the Cats.
It's good connection. The defense did a nice job of not letting us get much after the catch there, but good connection, and then they cover it up pretty quick.
So Cal Kruger is back to punt, but Cats with 3 backs along with him, so they do the direct snap to Teal. He's got the football, but he is tripped up right there at about the line of scrimmage, and I think he's going to be a yard short there, Bless. Kind of saw that setting up. Tate's a little slow getting up, and it looks like he's going to work his way through it there. So the Cats going for it there on the fake punt. They do a direct snap to Grant Teal, but not able to come up with it, so that sets up Owen Valley with really good field position already in Wildcat territory at the 47.
Yeah, Grant wasn't too short on it. It was close. Looked like might have had a little bit of a seam, but I don't know what happened to Tate on that. He did get up slow, but looks like he's walking it off. So we've given him pretty good field position here. So now we got to make a play on defense.
Burkett rolls out. He lofts it up there. And I believe Teal came up with a pick. Nice coverage. He was all over him and stayed right there in the spot and was able to bring that interception down. So
I'll tell you what, that was just an outstanding defensive play because they came up to the line very quickly. Sort of felt like maybe they had us disheveled a little bit.
Right.
But, we settled in quick, and, you know, we had guys covering guys, and Grant certainly stayed with his guy, and he threw it up there. And we like the opportunity for Grant to make a play if the ball's up in the air. So, and he certainly did.
So Lane Trimble, who we mentioned is their leading receiver, obviously that's going to be an assignment that Teal's going to be all over from his cornerback spot, and he comes through big with an interception. So the Cats right back in business with 6:27 to go at the 22. 4 wide receivers with trips to our near side. He's back to throw, throws it across the middle. Gossett's there and is able to get it up to about, we'll see if they spot this. No, he's going to be shy of the 45. but there's actually a penalty flag sitting right there at the 20-yard line.
About the 43-yard line.
I think it's maybe coming back here, Bless.
Flag down.
Yeah, it looks like holding, which is too bad. It was a nice play. There was plenty of room there in the middle of the field. If that stays there, I'm sure we'll go back to that.
Yeah, he actually had one of the safeties fell down on that play, but again, that was after Gossett had already gotten to that open space, so that's going to move the Wildcats back just inside the 10-yard line. So we'll face actually, well, that's a costly penalty if they threw that at the 20, so really about a 12-yard penalty on the Cats there.
So back to the 10.
But then you take the yardage away, and it's about a 40-yard penalty.
Yeah. Well, just a little at a time. We'll get it back here. They do have single coverage out here with Grant, so
Play from the 10.
it's a little dangerous to throw one too deep. We don't want to get anybody sacked.
Pearson keeps it on the read option there to the left side, and number 32, Dylan Townsend, brings him down.
On the keeper, number 10, Justin Pearson.
Looks like we got almost nothing there, maybe one.
Yeah, we're actually still sitting right there at the 10-yard line. We'll call it no gain, 2nd and 22 for the Cats here. 5:35 to go. Jasper leads early on 7-0 over the Patriots of Owen Valley from Spencer County. I'm sorry, from Spencer, Indiana. The Heritage Hills Patriots are in Spencer County.
That's right.
Pearson backs the throw, looks to his right, throws it out there. He's got a man. Luke Wagner had it in his hands, and it just pops out. So he had his man beat there. A nice throw on the money, but Wagner not able to bring it in, so sets up a 3rd and 22.
Yeah, and Luke will haul that in 19 out of 20 times, and tough break.
Right.
Good news is he was open, and the pass was delivered where it needed to be.
Well, again, another opportunity in the middle of the field, like you said earlier. You know, Gossett was wide open there, so I'm sure we'll continue to look that way. And actually, nobody picking up, but there's Trimble heading over there to pick up, I believe that's Gossett over there in the slot.
Yeah, Gossett. Grant Teals on this sideline.
Trying to set up the Notre Dame screen. He's got it to him, and he gets across the 25, and I think he's going to be held down at about the 28-yard line. Still a little short there, but I don't think the Cats are going to go for it again on 4th down. So Owen Valley stops the Wildcats on their last 2 possessions. A little deep in the territory here, Bless, to not punt it away and try a fake again.
And we're about the same distance. You know, if we got 2 or 3 yards, we make that last one.
So Kruger does boot it. Nice high punt. Sends the receiver down, and he drops the football right into the Wildcats' hands.
Big break there. Big break, good coverage. Way to go, I think Britzy there, Matt. Or is
I think it's Matt Day.
Matt Day, all
Yeah.
right.
Number 30 right there on the spot. So Day picks up a big recovery, and the Jasper Wildcats, I'm sorry, Nick Day.
Nick Day, yeah. Good coverage, great kick. I mean, the ball boomed off real high, and Nick was there, and benefited certainly from the fumble.
So now the Wildcats with a great opportunity here to take advantage of the turnover and getting the football at the 30-yard line of Owen Valley as they stack the line of scrimmage there as the Wildcats are in the wishbone. They pitch it out here on the power to the left side. That's Tate, and he's able to break away from one tackler and get forward and gain some positive yardage on a play that should have probably lost about 5 yards there.
Yeah, he's able to make that first guy miss. And one thing that Owen Valley has, there's some very aggressive linebackers. They attack, and Tate did a good job of making the first guy miss, and he's getting some positive yardage rather than negative. So, you know, we're still in a pretty good spot here. Good field position.
It looks like the Wildcats are interchanging a few of the offensive linemen as Damon Hayes just ran off the field there. So he was in on that play as Tate gets the football again on the power play to the left side and is able to get across the 25-yard line. I think you're going to spot this at about the 23, still shy of about 3 yards on the first down, so sets up a 3rd and 3.
Gain of 4 on the play.
Decent positive yards. You know, we could be in 4-down territory here, or we can kick a field goal. Like to see us pick up the first down and keep this drive moving. That's really what we want to do here. They're stacked up a lot in the middle here.
Pearson, nice job there by the line to hold their spot as he called it on 2 there and draws the defense offside, so the Wildcats will get a freebie there. 3:13 on the clock. Jasper up 7-0. But we'll be set up nicely here inside the 20 at the 17-yard line, 18-yard line, actually. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats at the Patriots 18.
That was big to allow us to get that first down. Makes that first down a lot easier.
Blessinger, one of the trips over there with Gossett and Luke Wagner as the quarterback draw is called right up the middle. And read nicely, but actually picks up probably about 3 yards, so not too bad of a play there to get the Wildcats to the 15-yard line. 2nd and 7 from there.
Yeah, not a bad play. Spreading everybody out, certainly. Justin's going to get better and better. Every time he runs it, he's going to get stronger and more confident.
Actually, Damon Hayes just went back into the football game. Brandon Yoakum came out, so and the Wildcats trying to make some changes there to the offensive line. Actually, 74's out there.
We got an unbalanced line to the right here.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so obviously setting up, and Owen Valley sees that, and they're going to have to call a timeout to set.
It's one thing. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say readjust their defense there.
Yeah, as they're readjusting, one thing that if we're going to do it and try and catch them a little bit, we need to get that ball snapped before they can read it and call it. There's no need for the offense to wait if we're ready.
Right.
We need to wait on the defense.
Okay, so we'll take a break in the action. Jasper 7, Owen Valley nothing. You're watching the Wildcats here on 18 WJTS.
Matt Scott's Big O Tires at 642 3rd Avenue here in Jasper is locally owned and managed. Skilled mechanics and technicians and guaranteed lowest tire prices and service. Matt Scott's Big O Tires in Jasper is a terrific tire and service center with terrific customers. Longtime manager Stan Betts represents the best in service and trust. Jasper is a terrific town and deserves a terrific tire and service center. It's Big O Tires, the team you trust. It's terrific.
We all stick with the overload on the right side, including Carter Gentry, the freshman, number 74 out there, but the Cats try to fool him with the left side, but a nice nifty move there by number 31, Tate Blessinger, and he able to spin and move and get his way enough for the first down. So it looked like it was a play that was going to be stopped there, Bless. I don't think where he wanted to go was open, but he found an opening to the right side there and was able to get up the middle.
Yeah, nice sidestep and a good hard running, fighting hard for every yard he can get. So good pickup there.
So Blessinger's run sets up the Wildcats 1st and goal from the 7 at the 2-minute point here in the first quarter. Jasper up 7-0. Teal set up in the Wildcat to take this snap. Pearson actually split out to the left.
That's Grant.
So Teal, yeah, saying Teal in the quarterback spot. So they give it to Tate up the middle, and Tate's not able to gain much there. And I think as they spotted, actually it was a loss of a few yards there as the ball is now spotted at the 10-yard line, so a loss of 3 on that play. But yeah, they had Teal take that snap, and they had Pearson split to the left there, and read well by the Patriots.
Still unbalanced.
Pearson on a longer count this time, and a flag does fly. I'm not sure if this will be on Jasper this time, or yep, it looks like it will be. So obviously one of the offensive linemen or someone on the right side moved a little bit. So that will back up the Cats 5. They were 1st and goal from the 7. Now they'll be 2nd and goal from the 15.
5-yard penalty. Beats 2nd down. Now 2nd down and goal from the 15.
So it's Owen Valley defense is really going to be put to the test here, but helped out with a 5-yard penalty there, 2nd and 15.
Key on this drive is for us to get some points. You know, we've burned a lot of clock.
Got Teal out there wide open in the flat, and he's able to just easily go into the end zone there for the 15-yard touchdown reception. So Grant Teal paying off big tonight. In this first quarter, he's got a touchdown pass and now a touchdown reception. So talk about how that got open, Bless.
Well, you know, that's a play that we've been running for years, in the motion into the flat, and
right.
The guys on that side run it off. Now, we haven't ran it as heavy as we have years ago, so I don't think people read it as well, don't see it on film, but to let Grant get that open is a big mistake on the defense, but beautifully executed, well done, good blocking up front, got the ball out quick, put it right in his hands, and then Grant made it all happen. Good touchdown, good start here for the Cats.
Cats set for the extra point. Kruger puts it straight up and straight through. So Jasper, with 55 seconds to go here in the first quarter, leads this football game over the Owen Valley Patriots 14-0. You're watching the Wildcats here on 18 WJTS. Kyle Kruger's got it set at the 40. Boots it past the A and Jasper in the end zone. And so again, this defense will start things off against the Owen Valley offense at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, a couple 3-and-outs or close to it there for the Wildcat defense so far, and then the big turnover on that punt to put us in a good spot and us to convert, get points, puts us in a real good place here. Now if we just make them earn every yard that they get, nothing easy, nothing quick, and keep grinding it out on offense and finding ways for things to come together for us, which we've really looked, I think, really good on offense. I mean, got a couple things stalled on penalties, but
Run straight up the middle there is Dylan Townsend, and we're talking about his overall numbers on the season. He's had 5 games over 100 yards bless, including 212 yards against Cloverdale and 191 against Brown County. So the Wildcats are facing a really good running back tonight, but so far doing their job defensively.
Yeah, nice job there. Tate just plugged it up and stopped him right in his tracks, and yeah, he just can't get anything going, Townsend.
So no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 as Burkett tries to get to the outside. Good job defensively by the Wildcats stopping that play.
Yeah, Tate, good pursuit, and running them down and making plays. That's what we need, especially guys like Tate and Grant, Hunter Gossett, Ben Sheeter, Carson English. Those guys are all making plays tonight, and those are the seniors, the guys we really want to count on for our team to carry forward. And really, I think an excellent first quarter here for the Wildcats.
Yeah, no question, defensively and offensively, as the Wildcats put 2 scores on the board and lead this football game 14-0. We'll be back after this. You're watching the Wildcats here on 18 WJTS. Good for the Jasper Wildcats here in the first quarter as Owen Valley set up with a 3rd and long, 3rd and 11 from the 19-yard line. Spread out 3 wide receivers. Burkett, the sophomore, rolls to his right, throws high right there. Good coverage, and a flag goes flying.
Oh, wow.
I mean, a pass was way high there, but
I mean, he was there at the ball at the same time, and he jumped for it and bumped the guy, and I don't think that's a good call.
The officials trying to give a break to the Owen Valley Patriots, and they obviously do right there, as 15 yards will be tacked on to a pass that was way over the head of the receiver.
Yeah, no question there was contact, but the contact was at the time the ball was there. I mean, he's making a play on the ball. He wasn't going through him to get to the ball. He was just going up for it. And one guy's going out for a pass, the other guy's going an aggressive play at the receiver, and you both jump and they hit each other. I don't get it. But we got a lot better angle than that referee, and
I think so, yeah, especially with our glasses and eyesight that we have over here. As the running back runs it right there, Dylan Townsend, he finally shows what he can do on a football field, and he gets a nice gain of 11 on that first down play to set up Owen Valley with their 2nd first down of the football game.
Certainly got some room there, and he's quick and aggressive there. It was a good run. That's the first time he really had any space at all.
Good size for the senior, 5'11", 205 pounds.
I don't think he's 5'11", unless that quarterback's 6 foot.
This time Caleb Summerlot gets the football.
Ben Sheeter with a great play.
Yeah.
Ben Sheeter makes the stop.
Summerlot is actually one of the primary receivers. He has 15 catches for 154 yards on the season, but gets a chance to run the football on that play and actually loses a yard. 2nd and 11, that ball at the 44-yard line, just underway here in the second quarter. Jasper leads 14-0.
I tell you, the play of our defensive ends is has just been outstanding. And I know I mentioned it early, but that's going to be a big key for us.
As that time Burkett tries to keep the ball up the middle, not much there, but yeah, you're exactly right, Bless. I mean, led by Ben Sheeter's 50 tackles on the season. You know, again, the defensive ends have just been huge for the Cats all year. Tate Blessinger, 46 tackles on the year, including 26 solos.
No gain.
So again, a 3rd and 11 this time. Hopefully the Wildcats will not get called for a pass interference. We'll be able to knock it away as Burkett sets up 4 wide receivers this time, throws out into the flat, and Trimble had a tough time hauling that ball in and gave Winholt plenty of opportunity to stop that play for no gain, actually.
Yeah, and there's no damage there. You know, we don't mind them completing passes earlier if we're right on them, and Ben did a good job of securing the tackle, and just another really good series of defense. I mean, they have a 1st down on a penalty, one nice run, but other than that, we've really cornered them in there and looked pretty good doing it.
4th down coming up for the Patriots, who are forced to punt.
Grant Teal is back there to receive it. I think it's Kruger right in front of him, right?
Yeah, they've been trying to get more guys back there so that they aren't able to kick away all the time.
Teal takes it right there at the 26-yard line, still dances around, where he's finally brought down at the 46, so a nice pickup of 20 on that return.
Real nice return. Good job fielding the ball and then going south with it and picking up some good positive yardage, putting us in a great spot here.
Yeah, thing is, a lot of times, Bless, you see punt returners kind of let that ball go by because they're afraid once it hits the ground to make a play on it, but Grant Teal's done that a couple times tonight and come up with really good returns.
Yeah, it's real important. The coaches really preach it. Field the ball, don't let it just roll down, because that's the difference of him fielding it and getting a 20-yard return or letting it roll another 10 yards.
Absolutely.
That's a 30-yard difference, big-time difference in field position here.
DeWitt with the carry up the middle, yep. As he gets close to the 50-yard line, he'll spot it at the 49, still in Wildcat territory here. Gain of 3 for the sophomore. But slow to get up is number 72. And he is actually Bo Elliott, one of the defensive linemen, but also the starting center for this team. And it looks like he's gingerly favoring that right knee, so that's not good news for the Patriots, boys.
Not at all. He's a solid performer for him, and really a great football name. I mean, Bo Elliott.
Absolutely.
That's an unbelievable football name.
Fits a size 6'2", 265. He is a senior, so you hate to see a senior get knocked out of a football game, and it looks like he's walking a little bit better there, so and hopefully he'll be back.
He's under his own, he doesn't need any help getting off. He's limping certainly pretty good, so hopefully he can shake it off and, you know, finish out his senior season on the field, not on the bench.
Absolutely. Of course, Owen Valley is coached by Dwayne Potts in his 14th year at Owen Valley, 71-70. The Jasper Wildcats coached by Tony Ahrens, 123-30 in 13 years at the school. And I think the Harold mentioned there is the top 50 coaches in the state. He obviously has one of the best winning percentages at 80% in the entire state of Indiana, as Blessinger carries the football into Patriot territory at the 47-yard line, so a nice pickup there.
Yeah, and I think Tate charged a little bit into if he'd have waited just a little bit, he might have been able to make a cut on it, but a decent 5-yard pickup.
And he said of 59 active coaches in the state with more than 100 victories, only 4 have a better winning percentage than Tony Ahrens at .804, Bless.
I didn't think he lost that many.
It's almost as good as your batting average in high school, right?
Yeah. Well, my church league batting average now.
Now?
Yeah, maybe
You're
not.
pretty darn good.
There it is.
Sets up Teal with a nice screen up the middle. Cats taking advantage of it as he's deep in the territory of the Patriots. Gets across the 25 down to about the 23-yard line. So nice pickup of 25 yards or so on that play there. So Cats taking advantage of getting the ball into the hands of number 9. We've said it all year. He's a playmaker, Bless, and the Cats are doing a great job of taking advantage of him tonight.
Yeah, Justin Pearson looks really calm and comfortable, and he's delivering the ball. and our guys are making plays. Nice job. Number 74, who's not on the roster, a freshman, Gentry.
Right.
Coming up and playing a little offensive line as we're very much depleted there. He's downfield making some blocks.
Of course, Coach Chris Tucker and Jared Land missed him last night as he did not play in the Gibson Southern game, a game that the Wildcat freshman won 21-7. Finished with an outstanding season with just one loss on their record. As run sets up the Wildcats to the 17-yard line on a 6-yard pickup there.
Kruger with a good run there.
Wishbone backfield behind the sophomore quarterback, Justin Pearson. Give us to 31, Blessinger. He bounces off, stays on his feet, still chugging. Finally slowed down, but he got that first down yardage, I believe, Bless.
Yeah, he did. Got bumped there early on.
Blessinger on a second and third effort gives the Wildcats a first down after a pickup of 5.
Wave the chains. There you go.
Was able to fight through for enough yardage for the first down. Good play. Good couple running plays there. Good solid running plays.
First and 10, Cats at the 12.
So Blessinger just showing outstanding vision right there as he kind of ran up the butt of one of the offensive linemen on the left side, but waited for the opening to
Nice job he did there is he didn't try and bounce it all the way outside because there was a guy there that was going to.
Kruger gets the football this time, runs to the right side, gets inside the 10 to about the 6 or 7 yard line. I think you're going to spot it at the 7, so a nice pickup there. Cats can still get a first down as they had the ball at the 13, so a pickup of about 5 on that play as they'll spot it at the 7 yard line. Jasper 14, Patriots nothing. 6:03 on the clock. Pearson gives to Kruger again. Trips up a little bit there. Looks like he had a little bit of an opening if he's able to hit it, but
yeah, I think he anticipated a hit there a little bit and
1 yard pickup, third and 4 at the 6.
didn't quite have his feet under him.
we'll credit him with 1 yard on that run. Sets up a 3rd and 4 at the 6 yard line.
And we got a great kicker here, so we could, certainly get a field goal if we don't pick up the first down, but really be a big boost here if we could punch in for this 3rd touchdown.
Right. I would guess the way the Wildcat offense is rolling for the most part is the Cats are going to throw on play action. He throws to the backside, wide open is Gossett, and just a little bit too tall. He made a leap after the ball, but wasn't able to haul it in. I think catchable ball there, Bless, but
yeah, Hunter, when it came out, he sort of needed to adjust a little bit quicker. I wouldn't say it was totally uncatchable. Not a great thrown ball, but yeah, Hunter just needed to adjust a little bit better because he certainly was wide open. It was 6. It was a good call there.
I'm actually going to give Justin the benefit of the doubt there. So there's 2 drop passes, but I think he's been really on target for the most part tonight. Snap here, and I think they drew the defense off sides, which gives the Wildcats a first down if he do.
It's going to be half the distance, though, right? Not 5.
Yeah, you're right.
Half the distance is going to be real close, but I would think close enough for us to go for it.
Right. Yep. Looks like that's the case as Fred Hof checks back into the huddle, and
that's a great situation for us where an unfamiliar team hasn't had to. Well, they have kicked 2 extra points though, so you would have thought.
Yeah. So Pearson stands on the sideline with Coach Jeff Mock, figuring out what they're going to do on this 4th and short. They're about a half yard short of that first down. And better yet, only about 2.5 yards away from a touchdown. Cats looking to keep this drive alive, going forward here on 4th. Double tight end setup, including Sheeter and Gossett. Wishbone backfield. See if they sneak it. Nope, they do give it to Kruger. And boy, he has just met in the backfield. So an outstanding defensive play coming up is number 78, Laramie DeFord, a 6'1" junior, 250 pounds. But boy, he showed some quickness getting in the backfield there, Bless.
Yeah, he did. He was real aggressive. He was coming flying in there, and it was a cross buck on that instead of trying to do a little misdirection, but the penetration just blew that play up.
You know, and again, the quarterback usually in the Wildcat offense has that option to call a quarterback sneak any time. But Cats actually handed off in the backfield, and pays off big for the Patriots.
What really hurt us on that one was just a good stunt at the right time in the right place, and it mixed up right with the right or wrong play, depending on how you look at it.
Right. So there's an opening to the outside. Tailback takes off right there as Dylan Townsend. So coming right off the 4th down stop, little momentum shift is about a 15-yard run. Sets up Owen Valley at the 21-yard line. 4:47 on the clock. Jasper leads at 14-0.
Yeah, on that one, he's got to take on that block on the outside and cut him back in. And he chased him down to help with the tackle, but I know Tate realizes he's got to keep on the outside containment on that one.
Under center this time. It's Burkhead as he gives again to the big fullback, Dylan Townsend up the middle. So another nice run there between the tackles gets him to about the 29-yard line, short of a couple yards of that first down marker. 2nd and 2. So Owen Valley offense actually averages 27.7 points per ball game. They've yet to score tonight. Again, Townsend gets it again on the left side, but good job by the Wildcats to get a little penetration there. Maybe gain of about a half yard to that 30-yard line.
Yeah, pretty good play there, not to give up much. So it puts them in a 3rd down situation.
Townsend actually slowed up a little bit there on getting up off the ground. So Cats facing a big 3rd down situation here if they can get some penetration, or if they decide, I doubt they're going to throw the ball here, but just going to have to get a stop behind the line of scrimmage to stop this play. And Owen Valley is going to call a timeout to figure out what they want to do. So we'll take a break in the action. When we come back, it'll be 3rd and short from the 30-yard line. Jasper 14, Owen Valley nothing. You're watching the Wildcats here on 18 WJTS. We'll call it, well, about 3rd and maybe a foot or so, which is 12 inches, right, boys?
That's right.
So 14-0 our score, 3rd and 1. And plenty as Townsend gets to the outside, crosses the 35-yard line. So just needed about a foot, and he picks up about 7 or 8 on that play, as sets up the Patriots nicely with 3:16 on the clock here at the 37-yard line.
8 of 7, 1st and 10 at the 37.
Clock now ticking.
You know, one thing that'd be a real big plus here is if the defense can shut them down and keep them at 0 here going into halftime as we get the ball back to start the 2nd half.
You know, they're pretty well going to have to score a touchdown, as you mentioned, that they don't typically kick extra points, so obviously I don't expect them to go for a field goal, so I'm not going to say there's much of a field goal range situation. So the Wildcats stop the run play there for just 4 yards. Gets just beyond the 40-yard line, so to set up a 2nd and 6. Clock continues to run at 2:35 on the clock now.
Tate just hammered that running back coming from the outside linebacker spot. That guy's going to remember that hit.
Burkett hands off to Townsend. Townsend north and south.
Townsend on the carry.
He gets the 7 yards. Needed 6 for that first down, so we'll continue to move the chains, but the clock will start moving again here at 2:22. It stops to move them. And it's pretty well been run, Bless, so the Wildcat defense not able to stop Townsend on this drive.
Yeah, you know, they're attacking up the middle here, and we're going to have to plug those gaps somehow, get those linemen to drop and close them down. But, you know, I'd look for them to go. They're nickel and diming us here. They're going to go for a quarter here soon.
Play action, roll out to the right side. He's looking for Trimble, but can't find it, and he does run out of bounds, so that will stop the clock at 1:52. So this is a drive for Owen Valley that started at the 3-yard line after the stop of the Wildcats on 4th and 1. Sets up a 2nd and 8, and now the Jasper Wildcat defensive coaches, Nick Eckert and Joe Shelton out there, want to talk to their defense. So they call the timeout this time. So we'll take a break. Jasper leads 14-0 with 1:52 to go here in the first half. You're watching the Wildcats here on 18 WJTS. And 8 from the 49-yard line. Gives to Townsend. He continues to bowl forward. Good job by, I think Tate was in on that stop to push him back there, but he's able to gain about 4 yards on that play. Sets up a 3rd and 4. Now into Wildcat territory at the 47.
Just got a report from another media source that it's 7 or 6-0. Central's up on Rights.
Obviously, it's got to be early.
Yeah.
So, of course, they're an hour behind us down in Evansville. And by the way, by the time everybody's watching this, you should know the score, I think. So
Yeah,
we're not going to be
true.
surprising anybody.
That's true. I guess I don't need to report
You're
on
just
that,
letting
but
me know, right? And Judd.
I
So
think it's
whistle
in-
blows there, so a penalty pushes back.
That's a big penalty for the Wildcats.
Yeah, big time on a 3rd down situation. Although Townsend has reeled off a few 11 and 12-yard runs in this football game, but
Yeah, they were going into the flat on that play. It looked like our quarterback option keeper kind of thing. I know they want to give their quarterback a chance to run it or throw it. That's the position they want to put themselves in.
so, Bo Elliott is back on the field in this series, so that's good news for Owen Valley. Their
Watch number 18 there, wherever he's going.
flags do fly. Trimble's forced to just chuck it out there to set up a 4th down opportunity. 36.7 to go. I'm sure they would go for it, but we'll have to see what this penalty flag's all about.
Hopefully it's on them, and
Yeah, it looks like an illegal motion there. So
we can't decline that, can you? Yeah, we can decline it
yeah,
because it's the play counted.
right. Yeah, because they didn't whistle the play dead. The play ran through. So
Well, the Jasper defense, with the help of a couple of penalties
yeah.
there.
So 36.7 on the clock there. Jasper leads 14-0. 4th down and 9, we'll call it. As they're actually going to go for it. So quickly they give it straight up the middle to Townsend. He tries to get to the outside, stumbles right there at about the 49-yard line and was not able to get the necessary yardages. He's going to be well short, probably about 3 or 4 yards short. And now the Cats in a situation with 31.6 to go and the toe of Kyle Kruger. You know, this is an opportunity for the Cats to just rush downfield. I think we got at least 2 timeouts left.
Yeah, we've called 1 timeout so far, so there's a couple left, and not a bad call to go for it there on 4th down. Field position is not going to be improved.
Well, the situation, though, he should have checked off because Teal was back there to receive the punt and left his man wide open, split to the right side, but the quarterback did not make the change there, and they just ran the play straight up the middle. So break for the Wildcats there.
Got to run a screen pass here.
Pearson throws it out in the flat. Teal does a great job of coming back to the football as he threw to his inside and catches that ball at the 39-yard line. So an outstanding catch by number 9. He's just had a fabulous first half tonight. So the clock's going to start ticking here at 24 seconds. Pearson throws out there, and that's going to be intercepted. He had Gossett wide open, but also over in the area was Luke Wagner, and he just threw a little bit high for Gossett or short of Wagner, and the pick was right there.
He was throwing to Wagner, probably would have been a good connection, except for the guy that wasn't covering Gossett was in the way. So not what we needed there on that, but hey, we went for it, gave it a shot.
So Caleb Summerlot picks up the interception with 18.5 to go. They're going to spread things out here, and so obviously they're going to give it the old high school football try here. Burkhead actually is going to run the football, runs to his right side. Cats read it well and stop him right there at the 30. They're not going to do anything to stop the clock here, so that should end the first half as we're down to 3 seconds here. And Jasper comes up with 2 first quarter scores to take a 14-0 lead do the job defensively for the most part. You know, again, on that last drive, the Patriots of Owen Valley started at the 3-yard line. Were able to get into Wildcat territory, but were able to make the stop there. And so, you know, defensively, I think the Wildcats overall doing an outstanding job, Wes.
6-2-3.
Yeah, it's
6-5-2.
a good first half. Sorry, I'm a little distracted by the other things going on, but good first half for the Wildcats.
Yeah, just talking about what they're doing defensively.
Yeah, and a solid performance defensively, and I really thought a good one offensively.
Right.
As we move the ball, continue to get ourselves in good spots, helped out with a few penalties, but overall good overall first half for the Wildcats.
Yeah, so I would say right now the Wildcats comfortably in control of this football game, even though they're not blowing them out on the scoreboard. But again, things are moving offensively. We put some points on the board and had an opportunity to score there late in the second quarter, but with the stop on the 4th down. But again, we just know we can get downfield when we need to.
Yeah.
So, all right, so we'll take a break in the action. Jasper at halftime leads 14-0 over the Owen Valley Patriots. You're watching the Wildcats here on 18 WJTS. Halftime here at Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium, first round of sectional 24 matchup of the Jasper Wildcats against the Owen Valley Patriots. Jasper leads this football game 14-0 right now. And taking a look at the first half stats here, Jasper has run 28 offensive plays for 181 yards compared to Owen Valley, 24 plays for 69 yards. Good chunk of those coming there late in the second quarter as they were able to stop the Wildcats on a 4th and short situation, then able to march it into Wildcats territory, but Cats were able to stop them there and still hold on to the shutout and the goose egg up on the scoreboard there. And Wildcats taking a look as far as some of the individual numbers. Tate Blessinger, the leading rusher, with 7 carries for 25 yards. Pearson has 3 carries for 10 yards. Kruger 4 carries for 10 himself. And for the Owen Valley Patriots rushing the football tonight, Dylan Townsend, 11 carries for 58 yards, and as we mentioned, a lot of those coming on that drive there in the second quarter. And their quarterback is Daniel Burkett, 2 of 5 passing for just 10 yards. Both of those completions going to Lane Trimble. And Pearson 7-11 for 105 yards. He did throw a touchdown pass, and then also Teal was 1 of 1 for 27 yards on that halfback pass. So bless, talk about what the Wildcats were able to do offensively tonight.
Well, I think consistently move the ball with a decent mix of pass and run. I think just enough run to make the passing game effective. Our passing game looked really sharp. Short, intermediate passes, which is usually good against a very aggressive secondary line, which basically the linebackers, when they're attacking, that secondary passing game works pretty well, and we've certainly exploited it. Looks like even on a couple of plays that we didn't connect on or got called back on some penalties, that the middle of the field was open. So
right.
I think all in all, it was really positive with the makeshift offensive line. Justin hasn't been under a tremendous amount of pressure.
Nope.
I think some of that has to do with their good work and just the play calling being, a little quicker getting it out. We did go down the field a little bit. Nice pass by Grant Teal to get that touchdown, and then that interception at the end. Would have been nice just to take the one underneath and maybe go for a field goal there. But nonetheless, really a solid first half offensively, I thought, and a good one defensively as well. If you leave zeros up there, then you did your job. So.
And as far as the Wildcats scoring, both of their touchdowns coming in the first quarter. The first one at 9:01 to go, and that was on the halfback pass thrown by Grant Teal to Hunter Gossett for 27 yards. And then Grant Teal caught a touchdown pass of 14 yards out from Justin Pearson. Both kicks were good by Kruger to give the Wildcats their 14 points. But, one of the keys offensively, and we've talked about it all year, is getting the hands into Grant Teal, and we certainly did that in the first half, Air Bless.
Yeah, we did. He had a lot of catches, a few carries running the ball, even a direct snap to him in the Wildcat, and we had him throw one, and he looked real good throwing it. So, good job of getting him involved, and and he certainly had an impact. It opens things up and just makes us a much better team whenever we can spread it around. And I thought we did a real nice job on that mix so far.
Yeah, he also had a 20-yard punt return to set up the Wildcats nicely as far as their field position. But 5 catches for 86 yards and a touchdown for Grant Teal tonight, as the Wildcats will start off with the football. Ball goes into Grant Teal as he fields it about the 30-yard line, gets up the field, and he is gone. Straight ahead, Grant Teal, and actually one man behind him trying to make chase, but cannot get there as Grant Teal, number 9, fielded it at about the 29-yard line, and he takes it 71 yards for the score.
That's a great start to the second half right there. Found a seam, and he just blew it up in there. His speed, athleticism just took over, and, you know, I imagine he might have got touched a little bit, but not much, and he saw it and didn't hesitate, and wow, that's a good start.
So the senior doing it in just about every way you can imagine, and on top of that, he's got an interception defensively too, Bless.
Yeah, he's
quite a night.
Yeah, big night for Grant. Still a lot of football to play. You know, the guys you need to make plays coming up big. So.
And of course, the Herald had a feature article on Grant this week, and just kind of talked about his quiet demeanor, but not on the football field. He obviously lets his feet and body and everything do the talking on the football field, and definitely doing that tonight. So it's actually a great follow-up to that article, you know, as far as performing on Friday night then after something like that comes out.
Yeah, they queued it up pretty good for him, and you know, we've been waiting. Certainly we know he's had some a really solid senior season, and he's a great athlete, and he's just proven it here in big games. It's when guys step up. So nice to see that for a fine young man. Just very humble, good guy to be around, good friend, good teammate, and happy for him and a nice family.
All right, so very good. So Jasper leads this football game 21-0 with 11:49 to go. We'll take a break in the action. You're watching the Wildcats here in sectional action tonight here on 18 WJTS.
Are you tired of paying those enormous energy bills each month? Geothermal users are saving thousands of dollars each year by switching systems. Maringer Plumbing and Heating has the best geothermal experts in the area and the latest technology to help you save. Geothermal systems exchange heat with the earth to give you the lowest energy cost possible. Call Maringer's Plumbing and Heating at 812-482-4425 and find out how much you can save by switching to a geothermal system today.
Food, the yummy frontier. These are the voyages of Sonny's at Circle A Food Mart. Its continuing mission to explore interesting new food, to seek out new tastes and new flavor profiles, to boldly go where no gas station food has gone before.
Sonny's grilled chicken subs, made with fresh, not frozen chicken tenders. Comes in grilled chicken cordon, grilled chicken bacon ranch, and Southwest grilled chicken. Sonny's food, out of this world.
It was faster than that.
So there's a kickoff. Fielded at about the 5-yard line, so it's given a rare opportunity to return, but he's not even going to get to the 20. It's a good job. Tate was in on the stop, trying to see who else. I think Day down there.
Yeah, I believe Day was the first guy there and did a nice job. Usually it bounces around like that for us, it helps. So here now, they probably like to be starting at the 20. As we start off at the 15.
So Owen Valley, as we mentioned, 24 plays for 69 yards in the first half. And their quarterback, Daniel Burkett, will set his team. Looks like he's going to be under center here, set up with an I backfield. Slot to the right side. So give it to the fullback, I believe, up the middle there.
Bounce it on the carry. My apologies, number 25, Patrick Hirschberger actually on the carry.
Yeah, so number 25 carries the football that time. That is Patrick Hirschberger. He's a sophomore, 200-pound, 6'11". I'm sorry, 6'1". I do have my glasses on, bro.
Well, I have to say that their 6'1" guys look a lot shorter than our 5'11" guys.
Right. Handoff on the ISO play as a flag flies right there at the 15-yard line. So
it's usually a hole where
right.
That flag came in. It's tough to say. They didn't really gain much. Do you want to push them back or you want to take the down?
Yeah, I think that's what they're discussing right now, because that would then set up a 3rd and 9, I believe. Still have not said what the penalty was, but talking to Coach Nick Eckert, I think Nick wants to push him back. So I think it's an illegal formation or something there, so they actually declined the penalty. So now facing a 3rd and 9. Ball at the 16-yard line.
They made an adjustment there.
Okay, you're right. Well, they took the play. Well, the play actually gained a couple yards.
Well, they moved the ball after we declined it.
Right. Because the play actually gained 2 yards on the play before, so it throws out in the flat there.
I guess it was.
They just took the play.
Yeah, that makes sense. It just it felt like we didn't have a clear picture of the situation whenever we declined it. I guess
right.
Is what I'm thinking, but I'm sure we knew that.
So it sets up a 4th and 5 as the Summerlot receives the ball out there in the flat, but only gains a couple yards. So now Owen Valley will be forced to punt here.
See if Grant runs this back, he's going to be nominated.
He's going to get a chance. Well, no, he lets it go by, actually. Yeah, it didn't quite get that hop up where he's going to have a chance to haul it in, so wisely lets it go, and the Wildcat offense will take over 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. So this will be a good opportunity for the Wildcats to get some things going offensively. Again, Les talking about that we look pretty sharp for the most part in the first half, able to move up and down the field. 2 touchdown scores in the first quarter.
Good long sustained drive here with points at the end, one way or another, kick or otherwise, would be real nice. Just burn some clock and move the ball down the field.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats at the 27-yard line.
Everybody's feeling a little sleepy right now. Might be a good time for a big hit or two. I don't know.
Gossett gets it on the counter play, but met right there behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you and I both remember how that play's ran. That's got to get upfield a lot quicker than that.
Right. Yeah, it's actually the linebacker Dylan Townsend comes up and makes that stop. So very slight gain of about a half yard on that play. So we'll call it 2nd and 9 from the 28-yard line. High backfield behind Pearson under center. Gives to Tate. Isolation to the right side, and he plows over a would-be tackler. That was number 29 coming up, Ian Townsend making the stop. Not sure if he is brothers with Dylan Townsend. He's a sophomore. So a pickup of about 7 on that play sets up a 3rd and 2.
Real nice hole set up there by the offensive line. Good space, and if we can get yardage like that every time, it's going to be good. Here, a big play here. Try and get us this 1st down.
Blessinger gets it there, but he is hit at the line of scrimmage, but was able to get forward a little bit, and I think he got what he needed for the 1st down, so a pickup of 3 there.
Good second effort there to
Dylan Townsend make the stop on the play.
So there go the chains, and the Wildcats with a 1st and 10 from the 38. 8:50 on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. Jasper leads 21-0, thanks to a opening kickoff return by Grant Teal. I think I said I went 70 yards. It was more like 80 yards, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't feel about the 19, I believe. I'll double check with the Herald guys over here. They're a lot smarter than me. Pitch out there to Blessinger. Gets to the outside. That's what he needed, and a flag comes flying from way in the backfield. Lands right there at the 42-yard line, so I don't know what he saw at that spot. I think he's going to...
Well, that flag bounced again, about 4 yards. This one bothers, how those flags bounce.
Right.
Bothers me, but looks like it's going to be a
Yeah, they're talking right there at the 42. So that's going to push the Wildcats back, I believe, at that spot. Now you push it up, okay.
I'm proud of that referee. That's
right.
been bone contention to me all year. So
yeah, so he's going to mark that off from the 45-yard line, I believe, 44-yard line.
you know, it's too bad. And sometimes they happen because of it, but I bet we've had a few holding penalties we've gotten 150 yards in rushing called back.
Right.
The Wildcats for a hold. 10-yard penalty.
So the 10-yard walk-off from that spot puts it at the 34-yard line.
So still not a bad situation with first down. It's first and 13 or 14 or so.
Pearson on the option to the right side, still has it, keeps it, cuts up field, good call there, and runs it to the 46-yard line. So a nice pickup of about 8 on that play.
Initial hit on the play by number 18, Lane Trimble.
Nice decision to keep it and cut it out. He, I wouldn't say really faked it, but certainly paused and made him think, and puts us in a real good spot here on second down. Then really where got back that entire penalty.
So now second, we'll call it 3 as the ball's resting just right there around the 45. Cats still in their own territory here. 7:42 to go, and Bless gets it on the right side. Nice pop there at the line of scrimmage, and another penalty flag as Townsend brings down Blessinger, but not before Bless is at the 50-yard line. And another hold against the Jasper Wildcats. So again, a lot of changes here to this offensive line, and I saw Heichelbeck kind of pat Gentry there on the backside, so I wonder if it was a call on the freshman there.
Well, the good news is whenever we run those plays, the clock, they don't put the time back on. So,
yeah.
But a little frustrating getting the first down, but, you know, again, sometimes that happens because someone was held.
Because, again, we got some young players on the offensive line. We got a sophomore and a freshman. Of course, 2 good-sized guys in Hunter McCune and Carter Gentry. Cats setting up the screen here. Good feed right there to Grant Teal. He's at midfield. Continues on, gets across the 40, 35 before he's brought down there by Townsend, the cornerback. But Grant Teal, and another penalty flag back here at the 34-yard line. So wouldn't you know it, the Wildcats get everything and more that they need. Now they're calling basically legal motion, I guess.
An eligible man downfield.
Oh, that's what it is, okay. So again, another error on the part of the offensive line, really stalling things for this drive where the Wildcats are really getting some good positive yardage.
Cats just need to keep fighting through this, keep working, keep trying to.
They're waving the flag. How about that, Bless?
Wow.
You never see that.
No, I guess there's some discussion about who it was and where he was, and
okay.
You know, maybe they thought the line of scrimmage was a different place, so he had 5 yards and he threw the flag at the 40. I just saw the referee just pointed out to the other coach there that he was on the 40, and that's within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. So
right.
Great break for the Cats there.
One person not happy about it is Dwayne Potts over there on the opposite sideline. So Jasper comes up with a huge play, yeah. Actually, another sophomore now checked in for the Wildcats is Eric Nardoff, number 84. He's split to the far side. He's had an outstanding JV season last weekend, 2 touchdown catches against Mount Vernon. Pearson looks for him. Number 84 waiting for it, but a nice job defensively to come up with the play over there. I'm trying to see whose number that is. I think it might have been Summerlot.
18 Summerlot, yeah. A nice play coming over from the safety spot.
Actually, Lane Trimble, my bad.
Oh, yeah.
21 Summerlot, but yeah, he came all the way over and knocked that ball away as Pearson was trying to hook up with his classmate. So good opportunity there for Eric Nardoff.
Pass was on his numbers if the defense doesn't get in the way. It's a good looking pass and been a nice connection.
So Teal now split out to the left side. Trips to our near. Kind of a tight trips as we're on the right hash. Windholt goes in motion. Trimble moves with him, and Tate met right there. Brought down quickly by Laramie DeFord.
Wrapped up as he took the handoff by number 78, Laramie DeFord.
Yeah, nothing happening there.
So actually a loss of 1 on the play. Sets up a 3rd and 11 here. 6:28 on the clock. Still Cats, they're officially just their first possession here of the second half when you consider kickoff return. I guess that is a possession, but
certainly using some good clock.
Gets it out there and throws it right into the hands of the defensive back.
Yeah, he should have held on to that one. He threw it into too much traffic, trying to make something happen. He's got to know whenever.
So actually it was picked off right there by Patrick Hirschberger, number 25. He's a linebacker. He was picking up on that curl pattern that the receiver ran. So second interception tonight for Pearson.
Yeah, I think he felt like he had his guy and had some space and a pretty good defensive play, but just a lot of guys there.
So now Owen Valley with the football. Quarterback throws across the middle there, and I think it was incomplete, hit the ground. He was trying to hit number 29, Ian Townsend. So Daniel Burkett. And coming into tonight with 925 yards passing, 6 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. First half he was 2 of 5 with 1 pick for just 10 yards. Second and 10. Clock at 6:03 right now. Jasper leads 21-0. Good pressure here. There's Sheeter, and he's able to get rid of that football wisely, but
I don't know who he's throwing it to. They're
exactly.
marking the spot where he threw it from, so I got a feeling that's going to be intentionally grounded. They're calling him down. Oh, they're ruling him down.
Well, there you go. So Sheeter gets credit for the sack, so an outstanding job there, because I think he must have been down to his knees when he threw that, Bless.
Yeah, or yeah, I guess that's the way the referee saw it, and I think that sets a single-season sack record for Ben Sheeter. He's
right.
just had an unbelievable year. Great pressure there, just what we needed.
Yeah, because they were talking, they had 8 sacks and 1 away from the single record of 9 set back in 1994. And look at this, Carson Englert for the second week in a row has become a defensive back there. That's a second pick, Wes.
It is, and it's a great job of him reading it and not charging upfield. Sometimes you get a sense, and he stayed back there with those backs and made a huge play. Just great defensive end play in that last two plays there for the Cats.
So a good job by the senior, number 71. Telling his dad at halftime, I was like, where's the picks, man? I'm expecting those every game now, and he came up with a big one right there. So the Wildcats with great field position at the 19-yard line with 5 1/4 on the clock. Here in the third quarter, and they lead 21-0.
Yeah, that was a big play. I mean, good pressure. Of course, it was a screen play set up, but Carson did a good job of making sure he did his job.
So Kruger, as the Wildcats were in the wishbone, takes the pitch on the power play to the right side, gains down to the 15-yard line, so a pickup of about 4.5 or so. We'll call it 2nd and 6 here at the 15-yard line.
Really got to be nice to burn about 4 minutes and then ended up with a nice touchdown here.
Blessinger to the left side, sees the hole before a number of Patriots get in on it, including Townsend again. Townsend just doing an outstanding job defensively.
Should be a first down there.
Dylan Townsend had 5 tackles in the first half. So now the Wildcats get that first down and set up with 1st and goal from the 9. So an offensive line of Heichelbeck, Gentry's on the left side, the left guard. Hope in the middle at the center spot. Blessinger goes to the right side, spins away and takes it 9 yards needed for the touchdown. So a good job by Tate, absorbing a lot of contact tonight, Bless, but just not giving up at that second effort. We're seeing a number of times.
Well, he's a hard runner, and we said before, I think he's better in when he's banging off people than he is in open space. And good call there, right up the middle, quick hitter against that aggressive defense, and really nice run. Good job by the Cats there to get that score after the big turnover.
And the hole opened up on that right side by Leo Magana and Brett Hope, and also Hunter McHugh in that right tackle spot as the extra point goes through. So 28 points on the board for the Jasper Wildcats, and no score yet for the visiting team, the Owen Valley Patriots. So we'll take a break in the action with 4:14 to go here in the third. Jasper leads it 28-0. You're watching the Wildcats here on 18 WJTS.
It's no secret that DuBois County Tire and Supply is a great place to buy tires. What you may not know is that DuBois County Tire and Supply also provides alignments, oil changes, and computerized troubleshooting. While our selection of tires may be big city, our friendly attitude and trustworthy craftsmanship remains small town. 24-hour emergency service is also available. When you think tires, think DuBois County Tire and Supply, located at 2124 North Newton Street in Jasper. Big or small, we service all.
Imagine 40 short days from now, you 20 to 50 pounds lighter, finally confident to do all the things you want. Sound good? Then start now with Nutrimost, the groundbreaking technology that will fix your metabolism.
I was eating a low-calorie diet and gaining weight and not knowing why. Now I do know why. I was out of balance.
Go to 812fatloss.com and hear how thousands of lives have already been transformed right here in southern Indiana. Results are guaranteed. Lose the weight and keep it off with Nutrimost.
So a great offensive drive for the Jasper Wildcats there, coming off the interception by Carson Englert, set him up nicely, and the Cats just take it right in for the score. Is
on the end line
there with a little wind in our face, kicks it all the way through.
He got it to the end line, didn't quite get it through the goalpost, but good, straight, long kick. Yeah, great defensive play, turned into good offensive sequence, and Cats really in control at this point. Got to keep playing hard, got to keep being aggressive. You don't want to slip because there's still a lot of time to play yet. So, as you know, being an IU fan, some terrible things can happen going into the fourth quarter.
I saw
a 20-something point lead.
It was around about this time when IU had the 25-point lead last week and just let it disappear, much to my dismay and many tears flowing from my eyes. But I don't think the Jasper Wildcats are going to allow that to stop as Tate Blessinger knocks down the runner there, number 32, Dylan Townsend.
I don't know, sometimes when you just get a little leverage and get a little movement, whenever you hit a guy like that, it's fun to see. Tate with a nice play there, coming from the backside.
Thing is, I think I have a little bit more faith in Tate Blessinger and Hunter Gossett and some of the guys out there on the field versus T. Gray Scales and T.J. Simmons and some of the disappointing defensive players for IU as the pass goes high there, and Teal's able to
put a nice shot on it after the ball was passed him.
Right. So now 3rd and 7. Ball rests at the 22-yard line, so I guess we'll call it 3rd and 8 officially. Well, it looks more like it's at the 23, but I'll go by what the scoreboard says. They got a better angle than I do.
3rd down and 8 coming up for the Patriots.
Big play here for the Cats. If we can stop them and force them to punt.
Let's roll out to the left side, then he goes back to his right, passes it out to the flat. Is anybody over there? No.
They threw the flag.
There we go. Okay, so
Flag is down, incomplete pass.
He was absolutely running for his life, though. I don't think he's seen this kind of pressure on him. This much speed and athleticism. You know, we don't have a huge amount of bulk. We got decent-sized guys, but man, those guys we got on the line are athletes.
Oh, absolutely. You're exactly right. I mean,
grounding is the call against
throwing in. I mean, you're playing nose guard right now is Addison Huffman, a sophomore, and he's a very athletic kid to go along with Carson Englert.
And Luke Sermerstein, who had a big year running the ball last year and has been gracious enough to move to that position really well and solidifies that defensive line in the middle with his size and athleticism. And then Carson Englert and Ben Sheeter at the bookends. That's just a real solid group of guys.
It's probably the quickest defensive line I think we've ever had. So now he's going to have to punt from the end zone, standing on the J of Jasper over there. Low kick. And it rolls right out of bounds, so actually an outstanding punt considering the situation and the opportunity for Teal to really get a good return there on a lone line drive kick straight ahead. So
yeah, really, he must have kicked to the left on him there, or away from him.
So Jasper will have the football at the 42-yard line. 3:20 to go here in the third quarter. And again, you want to see the Wildcats continue to capitalize offensively. Good field position here. 2 straight drives. The other one, of course, coming off the Carson Englert interception. This one coming off just good, solid defensive play after the Wildcats' last score. Teal splits near us. Double tight end set up, eye backfield, traditional Jasper formation there. As we're going to try to go to Teal long. He's wide open, and he hauls it in at the 10 and drops down at about, they're going to spot it at the 9-yard line. So the Cats going to the open field there, I think throwing them off with that formation, Bless, and it was wide open.
That's definitely a running formation, good play action, and Grant just goes up and makes a play, puts us in a great spot to punch it in again.
So a nice 30-yard plus pickup there.
33 yards.
33 yards. So the Cats.
Grant a little over 150 yards, I think, for the.
So fantastic night for him. Tate had a 9-yard run last time he touched the football, and from the 9-yard line, he gets it to about the 7, I believe.
Good job of getting something whenever the guy didn't get him going back, so a few positive yards.
Good teaching opportunity over there as Brett Hope was coaching a little bit. The freshman, Carter Gentry, his left guard.
I think they're feeling good about that left side. There's some size there. Carter Gentry, his first varsity action, but certainly good sized kid.
They'll do it again there as Blessinger blows through the hole, and he gets to the goal line and crosses it for the score. So Tate Blessinger with the 2nd straight touchdown gives the Wildcats a 34-0 lead.
Yeah, and that really looks good. That similar to last year, we ran a lot, and Tate's benefited from some good opportunities at the goal line, but some space there. And if Tate can get into that second level, he can usually drive those guys in. So good to see us moving some guys on that left side of the line, and another big touchdown, and extends the lead, puts us in a great spot. I can't say enough about our defense, though. I mean, they just put us in great spots, and Grant's had just an absolutely huge game.
So Jasper leads this football game after the extra point, 35-0 with 2:12 to go. You're watching the Wildcats here on 18 WJTS.
People ask me all the time, when's the best time to buy a car? Well, at Ubelar Chevy Cadillac in Jasper, every day is the best day to buy a new or pre-owned vehicle that you've been looking for. Rebates, special financing, holiday promotions, they all come and go. But at Ubelar's, one thing that stays the same, we treat you the way you want to be treated. No hype, high pressure, hidden fees, just a great deal and a great buying experience. So visit us online or stop by today and see for yourself what we're all about. Ubelar Chevy Cadillac New and Used Car Superstore, where customers send their friends since 1929.
For quality workmanship at reasonable prices, call Best for Less Painting Services, interior and exterior. Doug Schmidt and his crew offer guaranteed results. Call 482-9653 for Best for Less Painting Services. Go Cats!
You're watching 18 WJTS Jasper.
35-0's our score as Kruger booms this one, and no attempt to return as it goes straight into the end zone for the touchback. So with 2:12 to go, that's where the Owen Valley Patriots will start 1st and 10 from the 20 here.
2:12 in the third, and there's not a lot of hop in the Owen Valley players' step right now. They're
walking.
Heads are down, and their feet are not getting that far off the grass there, even though it's freshly cut. So I'm cutting it today.
And as you mentioned, again, the only common opponent was the Vincennes Lincoln Alice's. They opened up the season with a 22-20 win. Jasper, of course, beat Vincennes 28-0. But tonight, the Jasper Wildcats just dominating this football game at this point, 35-0. As the quarterback will keep it to the right side, so Burkhead chased down quickly there. I'm trying to see, was that Jace or was that Sheeter?
I think it was Sheeter.
Sheeter, okay.
I believe.
So good job by the defensive end, not allowing anything there. Actually, a loss of a couple yards. So put another tackle for loss into the outstanding season that Ben Sheeter has had this year.
Yeah, I mean, we knew we'd have a solid defensive line, and him coming back. I mean, you think about a great player that he really replaced on a defensive line was Austin Ellis, and you almost have to say that this has been one of the best seasons of a defensive lineman ever. We have to, based on the sacks and just tackles for loss. He's got a lot of those, and he just it's just been incredible.
Well, it's actually a debate up here since he tackled the quarterback for a loss. Is that a sack? But looks like he was running the football, but his dad keeps the stats, so.
Hey, they're both great stats. Any tackle for loss or sack.
Right.
They both have their own separate column, which means they're very important to somebody. So.
But again, he was 1 sack shy coming into the game. He got that to tie the single season record that was set by Kerry Schmidt in 1994, but one more would make him the all-time sack leader.
Now Owen Valley's just not able to catch the football now. 2 drops here in 2 plays, and I hate to say it, but it really looks like they've packed it in.
Yeah, I believe so, and they don't look like they have too many more numbers out there as far as playing. I see some guys in crutches and jeans over there.
I don't know. I saw their team photo, and it looked, it just didn't look like they had a huge number of guys that play. There's, maybe 35 on the roster, maybe.
Yeah, because I mean, as far as their roster, it doesn't quite fill up a full page nearly as much as the Wildcats does. Teal's going to get a chance to field this ball at the 42-yard line, and he's to the outside. Oh, trips up, and I think the Hucklebuck, got him right there with his little finger there. Yeah, stiff on.
Well, he made a turn. I don't know if anybody's been down near the field, but today I noticed just what a crown. You put crowns in football fields to get good drainage, and standing on the sideline earlier today, it looked like it'd take some effort to get back to the middle of the field.
Right.
It seems steep.
Last night the freshman team played at Gibson Southern, which is a turf field, and you have no crown on those turf fields now.
Yeah.
So, but obviously on a natural grass field like the Wildcats have here. So Eric Nardoff back in the game here, split to our near side over here.
Ryan Ewing coming in at halfback. He's going to take it.
Ewing just burst right up the middle. He's been a very nice addition to this backfield when he gets the opportunities, and the sophomore takes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. So a big burst there to give the Wildcats a 1st and 10.
It's good first play, and nice hole, and good fresh legs.
Ian Townsend makes the stop on the play.
Actually, Ryan Ewing came into this football game with 27 carries for 130 yards. So tack a number of yards onto that one. Fumbled snap there by the sophomore Justin Pearson, but he's able to get forward there for a few yards.
We should have ran that play on that 4th down.
I agree. The fumble Rooski, right?
Yeah, got 3 yards on that.
I know. Sets at the Wildcats right there at the 10-yard line, so 2nd, and we'll call it a long 7.
2-yard gain to the 11.
Coming down to the final ticks of the 3rd quarter at 19 seconds right now, as Pearson will probably get one more play off. Eye backfield behind him. Gives to Ewing again. Gets close to the 5-yard line, just short maybe there at the 6. As we come to the end of the 3rd quarter, and what a 3rd quarter it's been. Started off with a long touchdown run on the kickoff by Grant Teal, and the Wildcats now in scoring territory again. They lead this football game 35-0. You're watching the Wildcats here on 18 WJTS.
Matt Scott's Big O Tires at 642 3rd Avenue here in Jasper is locally owned and managed. Skilled mechanics and technicians and guaranteed lowest tire prices and service. Matt Scott's Big O Tires in Jasper is a terrific tire and service center with terrific customers. Longtime manager Stan Betts represents the best in service and trust. Jasper's a terrific town and deserves a terrific tire and service center. It's Big O Tires, the team you trust. It's terrific.
Food, the yummy frontier. These are the voyages of Sonny's at Circle A Food Mart. Its continuing mission to explore interesting new food, to seek out new tastes and new flavor profiles, to boldly go where no gas station food has gone before.
Sonny's grilled chicken subs, made with fresh, not frozen chicken tenders. Comes in grilled chicken cordon, grilled chicken bacon ranch, and Southwest grilled chicken. Sonny's food, out of this world.
So we start the fourth quarter here. Jasper with a 35-0 lead over the Owen Valley Patriots here in the first round of sectional 24. The winner of this football game will take on the winner between the Evansville Rights and Evansville Central Bears. Justin Pearson under center. Gives it to Ewing and closes quickly as that line right there. Again, Dylan Townsend in on the stop. Also helping out there defensively, number 76, Jacob Ward, closing things up.
Kick a field goal here for Krugs.
So the Wildcats will put 3 more up on the board. And again, you know, situations like this will ask, keep working on what you need to work on. And obviously a kicking game is always going to be something huge.
That's right. It's important to have some discipline here up front. You know, don't let them come charging in. Do your job. Everybody does their job. Let's execute. Stay sharp.
Plus, it's a kick from the right hash, which isn't always an easy kick, but of course, for number 36, it is. Yeah. And it goes straight through. So Wildcats come up with a field goal there, and now lead this football game 38-0 over the Owen Valley Patriots. You're watching the Wildcats here on 18 WJTS.
Ryan Ruxer knows choosing who to trust with your hard-earned money is a decision you can't take lightly. That's why he treats all his clients like family. As a local and independent agent, you'll be able to look Ryan in the eyes and know he has your best interest at heart by giving financial advice that's best for you and your family. Give Ryan Ruxer a call today at 812-634-2000. Again, that number is 812-634-2000, and see why many in the Jasper area trust him with their future.
Jasper's domination of this football game continues after the field goal by Kruger, and another boot into the end zone and almost hits a cheerleaders over there as it goes clearly out of the end zone. So a very nice night for the Jasper Wildcats and a great opportunity for some of the reserve players to get out there. We'll call out their numbers as we see them make plays. But so far so good. Bless, what do you think of this Friday night of football to start this sectional?
I think it was really what we needed, and it felt like we sort of came together. Our defense has been solid, but just really looks even more solid. This team has got some weapons, so good job by the defense, and I think it gives us a lot of confidence going into next week, whoever it might be that we play. Looks like we're going to get, those prevent some injuries, get some of those starters off the field, and get some other guys a chance to play.
Yeah, because actually Tate was out there briefly and then came off as Anthony Klemper took his spot, and he's one of the linebackers for the Wildcats. Some of the players out there right now, Sam Weideman are set up as a defensive end, and I've watched a lot of video. Not been in their live games, but this JV team's played really well this year.
Yeah, I think have dominated almost all the teams they've played. They got the sophomore class, and then the guys that back up this strong senior class that are juniors are. I mean, there's some players.
Obviously, number 25 was Matt Britzman at one. Well, I guess no, he moved to 25. So yeah, that is Britzman. He's getting mixed up there because he was 56 to start the season. So Britzman makes that tackle. Brock Bobble, number 83, is a defensive end. Number 67 is Ian John playing a left tackle spot. Give right there is the fullback. Again, that's Townsend. And
far with a good solid tackle on him. He's coming out with a head of steam. That's a late in your senior year kind of hit there by the running back, number 32. He's had a really solid senior season. Hard runner. Just didn't have much room to run tonight.
So 1st and 10 from the 43. Clock's at 9:46 right now. Quarterback Daniel Burkhead gives it to Townsend on the left side this time. He stays on his feet, continues on, gets all the way to the 40-yard line of the Jasper Wildcats. So a big pickup of about 18 on that run.
First and 10, Owen Valley at the Jasper 40.
So Owen Valley
moving it now,
threatening to take that 0 off the board against the Wildcat reserves right now. Checking in on the defensive line is Luke Jarbo, number 50, out there now. Townsend runs to his right side. Good job by Klemper to slow him up, and there's Jarbo right there finishing things off. So a good stop defensively for the Cats there.
Yeah. Good job, good aggressive play, and that's what you want to see, these young guys coming in and play hard, play aggressive, not be intimidated by anything. They know they got to make plays, and it's good to see them get after it. Because you can bet these guys in the white jerseys are playing hard. This is their last chance for a lot of them to be on a football field.
Absolutely. They do have quite a number of seniors on this football team for the Patriots. This time the quarterback, Burkett, keeps it. He's a sophomore, so playing more with his classmates. The Wildcats have a number of sophomores out there, including Jarbo, who makes another stop, and Luke Bobble and Day in on the stop as well.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Sorry, Brock Bobble. I said Luke Bobble.
Third down and 7 at
it'd be nice if the second group of Jasper defenders, and a lot of them have played. It's not like these guys aren't players or contributors, but it'd be good to keep this shutout.
Actually, Eric Nardoff playing one of the linebacker spots. Comes Day, but they pick him up. Rolls to his right, still looking downfield. He throws long. He's got a chance for a pick right here, and almost making the reception, though, was Summerlot, number 21.
Yeah, he came over and made a nice play on it, and a good example of what Coach Roletter used to teach us. That defensive back was sitting there. He felt like he had a play on it. It was going to hit him right in the gut, and he waited for it, and the offensive guy came through it, and you got to come up and catch it at its highest point coming to the ball, which would have blocked off that offensive guy. So on film, there's a little something to learn.
That was Aaron Farr and also Kleinhelter defensively on that play. Kleinhelter playing a free safety spot. Burkett gets pressure, and the sophomore bringing him down. That's Anthony Klemper, number 33, and he comes up with a huge sack there, and the Jasper Wildcats stop the Owen Valley Patriots first team there, Bless.
Great job by that second group of defenders. That's what we wanted now. See if we can get some good playing time and some good positive things to happen here for this group of Wildcats. Going to be led by Hedinger at quarterback.
Cats will take over and down.
Adam Hedinger threw 2 touchdown passes last week. He actually played a Saturday noon start against Mount Vernon, and he looked really good throwing the football. Give to the right side. Good to see that surge continue to move.
Yeah, no room, but a nice surge. That's well done.
So Ewing falling behind Brandon Yoakum, opening up that hole there. So good job by number 65 to help the sophomore gain 6.
At the 48.
Ball rests of the 48-yard line, 7:12 on the clock. Clock ticking. Jasper pretty well dominating this football game, leading 38-0.
Adam Hedinger's gotten real good of standing over the center and watching the big clock numbers tick down to try and shorten this game a little bit.
Give to the left side there. It's Ewing. Gets it right to midfield, across midfield actually. They're going to spot it at the 49-yard line of Owen Valley. And the thing is, Bless, you don't want to think you're running up the score, but it would be a great opportunity for Adam Hedinger to maybe throw the football,
Yeah.
Because again, you're developing kids and get a chance to.
Well, I think the whole attitude about that has to be different, because now any offense includes passing. It just does.
Right.
It's not like if you try and throw deep and you put Grant Teal out there, then that's running up the score.
Right.
but I think here if we just run something in the flat or something in the middle, that's just playing football.
Exactly. But the Cats do run the football, and good job there by Ewing as he breaks away. Ewing with a lot of speed straight up the middle there and gets the football down to the 32-yard line. So an excellent pickup of about 16 or 17 on that play.
He's got great quickness and gets a little size and strength to go with that. It's going to be a nice weapon.
18-yard pickup on the play. 18 yards.
So it looks like the running game is really going to be solid in the future for the Jasper Wildcats. Of course, it's outstanding right now with Tate Blessinger, Kruger, and all the guys we can go to as far as running the ball. Grant Teal, of course. So that senior group has just been great tonight to help the Wildcats build this 38-0 lead. But some of the younger players getting a chance to show their skills tonight. And a nice defensive stop, and the offense is rolling right now.
I just love to see how hard the Wildcats play up and down the roster, you know.
Right. So Day gets an opportunity to carry the football there, gains a couple there as he comes off the field now.
I think our injury situation doesn't change much this coming week. I think most of the guys that are having issues probably aren't going to make it back for next week's game.
Right. And there's too many guys in crutches over here as Ewing still on his feet, trying to get through the hole, but closes up. They blow the whistle before the ball gets knocked away there. But yeah, I mean, just down the line. See Tanner Egbert even on crutches over here, but
yeah, we've sort of forgotten that he had an injury early on in Vincent's game, and he was an offense and defensive contributor and managed to fill in that spot, but certainly he would have been a contributor all year.
Yeah, senior starters, of course, out include Hayden McCune. Still got a brace on his knee over here.
I think he's still another week or more away from a check of how that MCL's doing.
Quick hitter up the middle here. They needed 3 to get the first down. They're putting 4 on the marker there, so it looks like he's just going to be just short. But of course,
3:45 to go.
Justin Gable pretty well done for the season after his surgery.
Yeah, Rock Evilhair, who's filled in on offensive line, he's got I think a deep bone bruise just below his knee. I think that's the way I understand his injury, but he's another week or 2 away from putting any pressure on his leg.
Quarterback sneak, they need 1 yard, and he gets beyond the 30, so I think that's all he needed for that first down. So Cats will keep the football and continue to melt this clock down. We're at 3:13 right now, 38-0 on the score.
It's a good pickup there, good call, good. Should really finish up the game here. I don't think they're going to stop it, and good solid win for the Wildcats.
But considering the youth movement to our offensive line, I mean, it's actually really good reps out there still for Gentry, and actually Damon Hayes, who saw a little bit of action early on in this football game. He's out there at left tackle spot, trying to see if Hunter McCune's still in the football game since he's been starting at a right tackle spot. I think they may have brought him out.
I think he's been out came out whenever they did the big switch.
Right.
56 just reported in.
Formerly Britzman. So I'm not really sure he's carrying it or wearing that number now.
But he hustled on in there.
2nd and 7. Ewing gets it. Shoestring tackle made by Laramie DeFord, number 78.
It's going to bring us to under 2 minutes now, so.
1 minute and 47 seconds.
Really depends when they set the clock, and they're taking their time on that because even the referees know what's at play here. So.
So the Jasper Wildcats will advance in the tournament, the sectional 24, and play the winner between Evansville Rights and Evansville Central. And I believe that game, regardless of who wins that football game, will be on the road. Is that correct, or is it
actually, I think
Central?
If Central wins,
okay.
It'll be here.
Okay.
Because we're in the lower bracket, so.
All right. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there.
And then the winner of that's definitely going to be on the road.
Right. Of course, other games tonight, Evansville Bossy at Boonville. So Boonville, I'm sure, favored in that football game as they had a really good season going. Boonville actually with a overall record of 6-3 this year. So look at that, Hedinger with the second effort continues on. And he gets that first down that the Cats need, so they'll be able to just take a knee on this last play. But looks like he was going to be short initially and then burst to the left side to get that first down.
Yeah, nice job of that linebacker came flying in there. He knew what the play was going to be, and he drilled him back. But Adam did a nice job of keeping his composure and just bouncing it off that and getting the first down. They've really done a nice job of just closing this game out, doing their job of keeping the shutout in check and moving the ball just enough to finish it out with a good, clean, real statement game here for the Wildcats. 38-0. I don't think too many people expected that. I think there might have been an expectation to win, but to do it with a shutout and score 38 points and look this good, it's a good night for the Wildcats.
Absolutely. So congratulations to the Jasper Wildcats as they advance in this tournament and win this football game 38-0. We'll take a real quick break here, come back with the stats and a final thoughts as we talk about next week's matchup, and maybe we'll find out if there's any scoring, but obviously when people watch this, they'll know what the score is, but we're curious right now. So we'll take a break in the action. Jasper wins this football game 38-0 over the Owen Valley Patriots. We'll be back right after this. Final time here at Jerry Brewer Alumni Stadium. Jasper wins this football game 38-0 on a great night of football for this Jasper Wildcat football team, succeeding both offensively and defensively. And Bless, talk about some of the numbers you see there.
Well, first guy you got to talk about, Grant Teal. He had just an incredible game tonight. 7 catches, 151 yards. He had 1 TD receiving. He also returned a 80-yard kickoff return to start the second half, which really, I think, was the gut blow to Owen Valley to finish it off. Plus, he added an interception in there. That was a real big play to to shut down what was them moving a little bit. So he certainly led the way. Pearson had a great night throwing the ball. I say great, maybe not great, but a good one. 8 of 14. He did have 2 interceptions. Going to work on those, but he had 137 yards. Threw for 1 touchdown. He also in passing, Grant Teal actually threw a touchdown pass to Hunter Gossett there in the first quarter, so that was for 33 yards. Leading in rushing, Tate had 14 carries for a net of 58 yards and 2 touchdowns and some hard-fought yards, but I thought looked really good. Our offensive line and just running the ball looked like we at least had a chance to do it. There were some really nice plays that were called back on some holding plays, so pretty good effort there. As far as the team statistics, we certainly dominated there with 16 first downs compared to their 7. Rushing yards 171 to their 89. Passing yards 197 to their 12, which is really a surprising number.
Right.
I would have looked to see them gain a lot more than that throwing the ball, and then their rushing yardage. Let's see, 89 yards for them. their rushing, they were led with Dylan Townsend, which a lot of it came there in the fourth quarter, 97 yards. And really one of their key rushing guys was Daniel Burkett, over 700 yards rushing coming into this game. He had a net of minus 18.
Right.
So the Wildcat defense, those defensive ends and the linebackers cleaning up, whenever they get them cornered in there, did just an incredible job doing what they needed to do. He was only 3 of 13 passing, also threw 2 interceptions. So all in all, you know, a good statistical night for the Wildcats, steady balance, you know, over 350 yards and almost evenly distributed, and some other big plays by our big playmakers. So a nice night for the Wildcats.
And a great job defensively, holding them to only 101 yards on 44 plays. So that's less than 2.3 yards per play. So an outstanding night for the Jasper Wildcats offensively and defensively. So next week, as we know right now, Central is up on the Wrights Panthers in the third quarter, but obviously by the time this is aired, everybody will know that outcome. So right now we're kind of charged up for, you know, the Wildcats will be at home if Central wins that football game, but we'll be on the road if Wrights wins it.
Yeah, and either way, whoever comes out of that game is going to be a test. There's no question. Those are 2 good teams, and it's just be better to play at home. It's always more comfortable here. So
absolutely. All right, so a great night for the Jasper Wildcats to start things off in this sectional tournament, football tournament, and so we'll just call it a night and congratulate the Cats on the big win. So for Mike Blessinger and Jeremy Marcos upstairs on the video, this is Craig Schneider, and you watch Wildcat football here on 18 WJTS. Good night, everybody.